Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my friends, whenever you are watching this video. I'm so excited to have you all here again. Let's go ahead and begin by looking at our math objective. Remember, our objective is always broken up into 3 separate parts so we know exactly how we're going to do something, what it is that we need to understand, and lastly, why we're doing it or why it's important. Let's go ahead and begin reading. You may read with me or in your head as I read out loud to you. I will use place value dis and partners to 10 to represent the vertical method in order to make sure my bundling makes sense. Okay, my friends, let's go ahead and quickly review partners to 10. Remember, partners to 10 are 2 digits that go and make up the whole of 10. For example, partners to 10 would be 1 and 9 because they make 10. 2 and 8 are partners to 10. 3 and 7 are partners to 10. 4 and 6 are partners to 10. 5 and 5 are partners to 10. Let's go ahead, now that we have reviewed that, let's go straight into our teacher model.
Welcome to the teacher model, my friends. For today's lesson, we are still using and getting familiar with the vertical algorithm as well as our place value charts, which is usually displayed through the place value dis or the chip model. Today's problem is 54 plus 68, and you'll notice that we set it up in the vertical method or the vertical form. To begin, we need to take a look first at our number sentence in order to determine our parts in our whole. You'll also notice that we are adding in today's lesson. In addition, we are always given parts that we put together in order to find our missing whole. That's why it's important for us to label our numbers and to figure out what it is that is given to us and what it is that we're solving for. Because we are adding, we see the addition sign there, we have 2 parts that are given to us in order to find a missing whole. We're going to whisper count as we draw 54 and 68. We're going to be drawing 54 and then 68 because we're trying to find the whole amount of these 2 parts put together. Remember that when we draw our place value dis, we're going to do it from left to right and create 5 groups or set up 5 groups when possible. Let's go ahead and begin with our first part. The first part we're drawing is 54. You may count with me as I draw. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, and lastly 54. Next, we are going to draw our next part, which is 68, and I'm going to go ahead and do that in green so that we can see the difference between our 2 parts. Count with me: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Moving into the ones columns now because we have created 6 tens for 68 already. 61, 62, 63, 64, 60. Oh, I almost forgot. We have to keep doing 5 groups. 65, 66, 67, 68. Great. Where do we begin adding, my friends? Great. We begin adding in the ones place. Look at our ones column. Can we make a new unit of 10? Yes, we can. So we have 8 here. How many more would we need to make a 10? We would need 2 more. So we're going to go ahead and bundle. And then move that up here. We are moving our 10 ones and bundling them to make a new 10 in our tens column. Now I want us to go ahead and pause here so that we can look at our vertical form. This is our vertical form on the side. we're going to use place value language to explain how we know just by looking at the digits in the ones place whether we need to rename or bundle the ones. Take a look at the 8. This is one of the digits in the ones place. 8 only needs 2 more to make 10. And 4 is more than 2. So 4 ones and 8 ones is 12 ones. That's 1 10 and 2 ones. We just renamed 12 ones, the 4 and the 8. That's 12 ones. We just renamed 12 ones on our place value chart to make a new 10. How do we show this in the vertical form? After we bundled 10, how do we show that in vertical form? Great job. We are going to write the new 10 on the line below the tens column because we added a new 10 after bundling 10 ones. And then we're going to go ahead and write 2 below the line in the ones place. What should we do next? Great, we are going to add the tens. This time, look at the digits in the tens place before using our dis. So we are not going to use the dis just yet. Just take a look at our digits 5 and 6 and 1 in our tens column here. Do you think we'll need to exchange for a new unit? Welcome back, my friends. Yes, we can bundle for a new unit. And we can do this pretty easily just by looking at our digits because I know my partner's to 10. 5 only needs 5 more to make a 10. And the fact is that we already have 6 and a 1. So 5 tens and 6 tens and 1 tens is 12 tens. That's 120. So 50 plus 60 plus 10 is 120. We are going to rename 12 tens on our place value chart. And we're going to rename the 12 tens on our place value chart. You'll notice we have 10 tens right there and then 11 12. So 12 tens, we're going to rename the 12 tens as 100 and 2 tens. We're going to move this over because we have 100 now. We're going to write the new 100 on the line below the hundreds place. And we're also going to write a 2 in the tens place because we have 2 tens left and we made a new 100 in the hundredths column. We have 100. Let's go ahead and read our entire problem. 54 plus 68 equals 122. Our missing whole is 122.
As you move into independent practice and your exit ticket, I want you to keep these 3 things in mind. Number 1, use the place value dis, vertical form, and a blank place value chart to help you. Number 2, bundle for a new 10 or a new 100 if needed. Number 3, for the word problem on page 239, remember to write a number sentence, write a complete word sentence, box in the solution, and underline the unit. These are all things that you should be familiar with already. We do this all the time when we are looking at word problems. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you and your work. Good luck.